Greetings and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, where the world has gotten really rather complicated of late for the Mexican Socialist Republic. All we wanted was to spread our green dawn across the Americas and to bring liberation to the workers of these lands from the bourgeois elite, who, were regularly found eating kittens and throwing chicks around or maybe playing badminton with chicks, because they would make kind of like quite an effective shuttlecock, I suspect. May even, if you trained them, be able to guide themselves with their tiny wings in some fashion. This is the sort of thing that the bourgeois elite of the Americas have been getting up to until the arrival of the Mexican Socialist Republic, led by Dino Enka himself, glorious and most magnificent clone of the alien species, who's been doing quite a good job. I mean, currently we have no national focus set. Dino, what have you been doing? There's no national focus. What national focus should we set for ourselves? We've already completed quite a lot. It has to be, well, I mean, there can be but one choice, clearly. Our rocket effort must begin, for, as we previously discussed, we mean to go to the moon. If not in this century, then the next. Well, actually, no, hopefully it'll be this century, but probably not. That we will see, for such things at the moment are not possible. Maybe in a mod, who knows. Anyway, rocket effort. Yes, start that. That will be good. On the border here with the Americas, there are, well, just lots and lots of American forces. We're not sure exactly what forces they are and how many of them there are, but the fact that they're stacked up like this kind of implies to me that there is considerably more than we have. So we really have to be cautious about this. If they were to attack, that would be it. It would be game over, man. Game over. Maybe we should build up some defenses up here and stuff. Yes, we'll have to think about that in the near future. We also have this one truck chico here. Look, this one deliverer of the beautiful and magnificent tequila. Which why don't you go and join Louis and set yourself up there. I'm sure your tequila will, if nothing else, it will cheer the men mightily as they quaff many a glass. Speaking of truck chicos and generally guys in general, I mean, this is just ridiculous, right? We need more men. We have not been recruiting anywhere near enough men, so we need some more infanteria bravados. Let's train, I don't know, I mean, how much equipment have we got? What's that, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? We've got loads of equipment. Oh, there we go. We've run out of stored spare equipment. And we're actually going to have to produce for this one. So, I mean, that's fine. Look, that's absolutely fine. You can come into being at this port just in case you need to be shipped around, but you're also in striking distance of the front line there if necessary. And that will all be well and awesome. Our truck chicos, I decided what I wanted to do with the truck chicos is I wanted to repurpose them as field hospital units. So we're going to add field hospitals to all of our truck chicos, and they can kind of drive about and get our guys back into the fight when that is a requirement for them. So we'll get that, and we've probably got enough truck chicos out. We don't need to recruit. Maybe recruit a couple more. Let's train a couple more. Train truck chicos. Look, we're just adding. We'll train 3 truck chicos, but we'll only train 2 lots of 3 truck chicos, and we will deploy them to Oaxaca. There we go. Excellent. All of these new troops, when they arrive, are going to be amazing. Should we add a unit of Tanko Maximos as well? I mean, Tanki Maximo. There, look, I have totally renamed it in that bit. Hopefully, does that actually rename it here? Look. Edit? No. Okay. We need to actually edit it here, look. Tanki Maximo. Rename. There we go. That's more like it. Excellent. I have renamed them to the correct Tanki Maximo, because, of course, that is indeed the way that we say tank in the Mexican Socialist Republic. Let's unpause it and see what transpires. We have insufficient resources. I suspect this is because we are currently low on convoys, but we will endeavour to gain more and better convoys as time goes on, and then we'll double check on that in a minute. Production wise, do we have anything we desperately need to create here? We've got improved artillery under construction, we've got infantry weapons, everything is pretty much what we do. We're missing resources for a couple of heavy tanks here, so we'll just have to accept that is the way that it is. Research finished. Decimetric radar. Many units rely on the element of surprise for their efficiency. Development of decimetric radar allows us to deprive them of this advantage. Yes. We like to deprive our enemies of any kind of advantages. We're getting infantry weapons 3 already. How about support weapons 3? Gildardo once again has the ear of the elite of the Mexican Socialist Republic, and he is saying, "Hey, my friends, we are having a great party here at Lake Titicaca, but we need better guns! Better guns for the explosion scenes!" Obviously, we all thought that he was making some kind of arty flick, but it turns out that he has fallen back into his old ways and is making some kind of epic, action, awesome movie of greatness, and also probably joy. What are we going to research then? Oh yeah, we were trying to decide. Did we not decide? Support weapons. Totally, do that. We nearly, very nearly, made a snafu there. Over in Europe, let's unpause it. Over in Europe, Martin Bustamante has arrived. He arrived all set to bust mantis. Look, it's actually snowing here in Europe. That's the 30th of December. Christmas has passed. The snow is on the ground. This is like a winter wonderland here around Hanover. Martin Bustamante has arrived and is, of course, just, utterly amazed at the snow everywhere. Although there's probably snow on, some of the Mexican mountains and things. Possibly. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty equatorial, so maybe not. Message from Greece. Changes to their diplomatic status with us. Cancel non-aggression pact, Greece. What are you doing, Greece? Do you want us to come over there? Do you want us to send Martin over? I mean, because we will. We will send Martin over if we need to. Should we leave him here at the port? I'm in two minds about whether to, leave any real substantial forces in Europe at all, because as important as the German industrial estate is to the MSR, it's also probably fair to say that if we get attacked by the Allies, we may not be able to hold it. Then, that said though, we do have quite a lot of Comintern around us, so you know what, let's set the front line here. Look, we'll set the front line all the way along here like this. At the very least, we'll get an idea of what's going on across there. And Martin, assign your troops to that. You might as well take control of all these guys as well. Assign them over to you, and assign all to the front line. Everyone can move up and take up positions and look out over the other side and see what you can see. See what wonders and amazing things you may discover here. War goal justification complete. Justification for conquering La Paz for the Mexican Socialist Republic is finished. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. How long until we actually have to go to war? 5th of March. It's currently the 4th of January. I think it makes sense to wait a little bit here. The question is, are we going to be able to attack across the border here? And the answer to that question is, unfortunately, no. Because I did experiment in another game that I was playing just to see if that was in fact the way that it works. And you can't. You cannot attack unless they are your ally and they're at war with the target, which kind of leaves us in a bit of a fix, doesn't it? Because, well, we can't attack. We could possibly attack, I guess, and hope that Paraguay can defeat them on their own, but then the only beneficiary of that would be Paraguay. And as generous as we are in the Mexican Socialist Republic, I'm not sure we're quite that generous. Plus, it means taking the diplomatic penalties and stuff and going to war. Brazil, how are you getting on, Brazil? You're at 50%. Oh, they might. Advanced machine tools. Look, they're at 50% currently for 49.97. They may flip. They may have a revolution in the near future and flip to communism. If they do, then, well, I mean, possibly they will immediately join the Green Dawn and become our friends and allies. We'll give them a little bit of time and see if that happens, because look, we've got a little bit of time. Not a lot of time, but a little bit. And if they don't, it may not even be worth going to war at all, if I'm honest. Automatic machine tools. Excellent. Yes, we will get even more efficiency cap improvements on our manufacturing, please. Assembly line production, 150 days. Do that. Do it right now. What have we got? Low manpower. We need more political power. Power change, 0.5 per day. Yeah. Spreading ourselves quite thin with the old political power, but, needs must. needs must when you're out and about in the Americas, conquering all and sundry about you. In ways and means that leave them just completely stunned. So there really isn't much point. I think Gildardo has probably finished filming his epic now at Lake Titicaca. It's in the can. It has been sent back to Gildardo Wood for just generally sorting out, editing, making into its distributable form, and then being taken by Truck Chico all across the occupied territories of the Mexican Socialist Republic, and indeed out to the world to spread the glorious and wonderful message of peaceful cooperation amongst communist nations, which is effectively kind of the theme here. Because we are peacefully cooperating with revolutionary Peru, despite the fact that if we had just been able to keep them as our own territory, as our own occupied territory, or at least if they had been puppeted to us, then we would totally have been able to attack Bolivia, like right now, and that would have been much more satisfactory, if I'm honest. As it is, our hands are basically tied. We really can't do much else at the moment. Rocket artillery upgrade has been completed. Excellent. We should probably start actually producing this and equip some of our units with rocket artillery, which I think has breakthrough of 9, soft attack 50, piercing 2, versus artillery, which has a breakthrough of 7, soft attack 40, piercing of 5. So it has less piercing, but a higher soft attack and a higher breakthrough. Hard attack of 1, hard attack of 2, and a lower hard attack. So better as a soft attack weapon, which is pretty cool. But maybe we should improve our artillery as well, seeing as we've got already a lot of artillery in the field. Let's do that. More and better artillery for the artillerymen to use and to fire in epic fashion, along with possibly giving somebody some rocket. I guess maybe we could give it to our division de infanterias, our basic infantry. We could go for rocket attacks. Just give them a line of rocket attacks, take their combat width up to 29. Let's do that. Why not? They are now the Infanteria Rocketeer. That's what they are. It's obviously, anyone would have thought that I was a native Spanish speaker. It's true. But I'm not, honestly. No training at all. Anyway, missing equipment production. We do need to actually produce some of those rockets now. Let's dial back our production of improved artillery and produce rockets instead. Rocket artillery. The soldiers are just going to absolutely adore rocket artillery once it is ready to rock and roll. We need some stuff here. Look, Soviet Union. We're going to have to keep producing convoys to make that happen. Let's actually just chuck a couple more convoy production, just because it's holding up our awesome and fantastic land forces, which are, despite how treasured our canoe fleets are to us, I think land forces are really where it's at for us at the moment. At this moment in time, did I not give you guys orders? Apparently not. Apparently we have a group of Infanteria and Truck Chicos just kind of like hanging out down here. Should we send them down to join up with Gildardo, seeing as he's only got a rather paltry 16 troops? Let's do that. Look, they're just kind of like in a division on their own at the moment. There we go, 22 troops. That's much more reasonable. Let's send all of them down here. On the off chance that, look, are they going to flip? They've got to flip soon. Look, they're at 50%. Their popularity is at 50.07%. There are now officially more people in Brazil who are supporters of the communist way, our agitators and our spreaders of Mexican socialist revolutionary literature have done their job. They have spread it far and wide throughout the nation. Unfortunately, I suspect a lot of them probably have concentrated on these vast swathes of jungle and have been busy converting the lost tribes of the Amazon to the way of Mexican socialism, which, may or may not prove to be terribly useful in the end. I guess we'll have to wait and see. It looks like they might not flip at all, though. I kind of was hoping they might flip just when we hit 50%. We could stage a coup. How long would that actually take? Does it tell us? Staging a coup will take 0.5 daily until you reach 200 total. So it'll take us... Wow, it'll take us like 400 days to stage a coup. The following equipment will be used. 6,500. That's a long time. 400 days. 400 of the days. We'll give them a little bit. We'll give them a little bit longer. They might just be like gathering together and working out precisely what their current plans and indeed what form their new revolutionary state is going to take, because they'll need a new name. They can't just be called Brazil anymore, and they could go for the Brazilian Socialist Republic, obviously, but that's a little bit derivative. That's a little bit derivative of certain other American communist states. So hopefully they come up with something a bit more original. What that might be, I have no idea. Maybe like the Workers' Revolutionary Brazil, possibly. The Revolutionary Republic of Brazil. There's all sorts of things that you could do, really, which they may or may not. What are we at? The 8th of February. All right, we've still got a little bit of time, so let's just leave that for the time being, and we will look elsewhere. We've got a couple of Mexicos here. Look, as well, we could take Gallardo's forces up to his maximum size of 24. Let's do that. Let's send them over. They can join with Gallardo. He will have the greatest... Oh, you know what? Actually, I've changed my mind. Hold on, boys. Hold your horses. It's too late, but hold your horses, because surely we want trucks. Not trucks. Surely we want tanks. Where are the tanks, and why are they not built yet? Tanko Maximo. Tanky Maximo, as they are known now, of course. Tanky Maximo! Where are my Tanky Maximo? I want them fair and square in a bet earlier. Tanky Maximo's very, very nearly complete. 99% complete on its recruitment, and they're going to go to Costa Rica. There it is, look! There it is, our very first Tanky Maximo division has been formed. It is immediately, of course, going to join with the most charismatic man alive, a man who has been waiting his entire life to command tanks on the battlefield. He has already commanded tanks on the movie screen, naturally, because they like doing things like that. But these were cardboard affairs for the most part. Now he has the real thing under his command, and he has called it to himself, and it shall come. It shall come as quickly as it can. Whether he'll actually be able to do anything with it or not, of course, is another question. It's already the 22nd of Feb. It's not looking like Brazil is going to flip for us. We might just have to go ahead and declare the war anyway, and hope that Paraguay can somehow manage to best their foes with... they've got not an insubstantial force here. Look, 7 divisions, infantry type 5 and infantry type 3. 12 artillery, 50 troops, 7 additional support artillery. That's quite good. National focus complete. Rocket effort. Excellent. Our rocket effort is complete. I might leave it now, because using a national effort will indeed cost us political power. So without it, we're going to go up a little bit quicker, and we really need to get our conscription sorted out, because look, our manpower is 0. Every man available for military service has been pressed into service in the Mexican Socialist Republic right now. Is that going to be affecting our ability to actually complete any of these? It probably is. So the sooner we can get more manpower, I think the happier essentially everyone's going to be. We may have been a little bit overzealous with all of these extra recruitments. I looked at the amount of troops that other people had, and I was like, wow, the Mexican Socialist Republic really, really is kind of low on forces compared to a lot of these other countries. So that was my thinking. Was I right to do that? Who knows? I guess only time will tell. But as, of course, the ultimate and beneficent leader of the Mexican Socialist Republic, I can do no wrong, and therefore I must have, by extension, been right. This is not looking good, is it? Are we going to go and declare the war? Are we going to declare war on... Oh, wait! Wait, the Brazilian Socialist Republic has indeed been formed, and they have gone for quite a derivative name, unfortunately. I suppose it is kind of flattering that they've decided to emulate us quite so. Would you like to join our faction? Positive reasons 27, negative reasons 150. What? We need at least one more. Yes, we do. We need at least one more. We're at minus 123 at the moment. Brazilian Socialist Republic has strategic reasons to ally with the Mexican Socialist Republic. Well, excellent. Good. That's worth 5 reasons. Brazilian opinion of Mexican Socialist Republic is 2. I guess because our value, because they've only got 2. They only like us by 20. So that's 2. Well, that's just not very good, is it? You should like us a lot more than that after all the agitating we've been doing in your place. Out and around your place. Base reluctance is minus 20. Neither they nor we are at war. Brazilian Socialist Republic has neutral foreign policy, minus 100. Great. But you know what? They will give us military access. So we'll take that. We'll take that right now. We take your military access. We pause it. Our request for military access has been accepted by the Brazilian Socialist Republic. Come, my brothers, soon you will see the light. We will figure out just how we can make you become like us, friends, and indeed members of the Green Dawn. But until then, we just need to walk through your territory a little bit. We're going to have to walk all the way around to Paraguay, and we've got until the 5th of March. But we're not going to make it. We're not going to make it by the 5th of March. But you know what? We'll give them as long as we can, and then we will declare war. Let's just keep an eye on things. It's the 2nd of March now. We'll do it on the 4th of March. We don't want to get too risky, too close. Oh, this is going to be exciting. Bolivia is going to fall. Martin Bustamante is going to miss out on all of it. Oh, wait. Look, it's the 5th of March. We nearly missed it. Oh, that would have been a faux pas and no mistake. You there, Jose Luis Tejeda Soranzo. I'm afraid your time has come. We have previously justified war against your country due to all of your kitten bashing and, of course, also puppy whirling in the air and other such terrifying and hideous activities. And now we are going to have to ensure that you are destroyed in the name of Mexican socialism and ultimately integrated into our great and glorious society. Unless, of course, you go ahead and try and wimp out and join some faction and things get really, really bad very quickly as a result. The Mexican Socialist Republic has declared war on Bolivia. We're also going to call our ally Paraguay. Paraguay, we call on you. Mexican Socialist Republic has called Paraguay as our ally in the Mexican-Bolivian War. Are they going to join a faction? It doesn't look like it. They have not joined a faction. They have not done nothing. And now, my friends, we'll have to see how the Paraguayans do until we actually get there. How you doing, boys? Are you all right down there? Are you fighting strong? So far, there has been no actual fighting taking place. We are, of course, losing some men. Look, we're also low on supplies. Hold on. Supplies is an issue. 37 supply in here. We're currently 17 of 12 supply. Wow, 12 supply is not great. But, I mean, there's not much we can do about it, is there? I guess we can have these guys pause before entering that territory until we've gotten through it, and then they can come in as reserves at some later point. Unfortunately, the tanky Maximos may not actually make it into the fight. Depends how much of a fight, I suppose, Bolivia puts up. But at least America didn't get involved. That, I think, we should thank our lucky stars for. Look, they're still piled up on our border. But Bolivia did not join the Allies, and they did not get involved. And so, well, we'll just have to see what happens. We'll just have to see what happens next. Air wings with no missions. We have unused air wings in our air bases. Right-click to dismiss. Do we have any air bases we can actually deploy things to? Can we send them to an allied one? Oh, we totally can. Look, close air support. Can I okay this? Cannot create an air wing. Not enough service manpower for it. Right. Let's just pause it a second. What if we disband some existing air wings? Disbandy. Yes, look, we've got a bit of service manpower now. We do have a bit of service manpower. Huzzah! And now down in Paraguay, we're going to add, well, maybe tactical bombers are better. Look, tactical bomber 1s, because we've got so many of them. Okay. We'll also put in the close air support, I guess. Send in the close air support as well. They're going to take a little while to deploy from reserves. But when they finally do arrive, Close air support may or may not have range, but hopefully the tactical bombers will. Improved artillery upgrade 2. Excellent. To enable heavier guns on lighter carriages, muzzle brakes can be included in howitzer designs. Wow. That's lovely. It's currently 25th of March 1943. You know what we completed? Do you know what we completed? I think there can be but one choice. Right now, we have to go and begin work on rocket engines. We get a 50% ahead of time reduction because of our effort that we put in it. It's 1944, so we're like a year ahead of it or so. But it matters not, because look at the awesome things we'll get. We'll get like rocket interceptors. I so want rocket interceptors. I mean, what could be more awesome than having a massive war with the US, having them send their apparently superior fighter planes only to be shot down by the awesome Mexican revolutionary rocket interceptors in some kind of like crazy Flash Gordon. If Flash Gordon was Mexican, perhaps Flash Gordon combined with Zorro in some kind of fashion. That's going to be amazing. We might even have to call them Zorro-class fighters. Alright, let's unpause it. We've got a little bit of time left. I don't think we're actually going to get to engage the Bolivians until next time, but at the very least, the Paraguayans may well get stuck in before we get there. I hope they don't like conquer the country without us. That would be quite disappointing. I know that Gildardo would be particularly disappointed. I mean, it's going to be bad enough if he doesn't get a chance to use his tanky Maximos, but you know, at least if he can actually attack, he'll be fine, or at least a bit happier. Look, I can't even see where I'm supposed to be going. I suppose in here, right? This air zone. I guess that'll have to do. Whether they'll actually have the range to get out to this part or not, I guess we'll find out. Let's unpause it. See who takes off. Taking off from Paraguayan airfields, glorious Mexican revolutionary pilots. There they go. There they go. Looks like tactical bombers taking off at the moment. Out to tactically bomb all of those Paraguayans. And war has commenced. Battle has been joined. The Paraguayans are... It looks like they're actually advancing already, look. Yes, my friends. Yes. In fact, if you could just advance along up here to allow like our soldiers to join you sooner rather than later, that would be awesome. I would be really happy with that. We currently have 0 manpower once again, possibly because they're all dying as they march through the Amazon. Look, 49% attrition. 49%. Is that because of our... It's because we're only like 4 over supply. Because the Brazilian Socialist Republic has not bothered to build up the infrastructure in the Amazon rainforest for reasons that will remain a complete mystery to we Mexicans. But I mean, there's not much we can do about it. We just have to accept the attrition, don't we? Maybe if these like Brazilians were to just leave and leave us to it, that would be good. Then we wouldn't have to share supply with them. How are you doing anyway? Have you like warmed up to us at all yet? Positive 42, negative minus 70. Oh, look, it's getting much better. Much better. We now are only at minus 28 to them. Their relationship with us is 50. I guess we could boost that more if we wanted to. Cost us 10 to start improving relations. And the daily cost of 0.2. We'll wait until we can actually get more troops before we do that. But that might be the key, or at least part of the key. World news! Republican Spain has capitulated. The Spanish government has gone into exile and their main forces have capitulated to France. Wow, uncertain times. Let's quickly check on that. Because indeed the times they be... Oh, look at France! France has become an absolute monster. It's got all of France, it's got most of Spain, apart from like a bit that obviously the United Kingdom has expanded out from Gibraltar. It's then got like a massive chunk of Africa here. That's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. And in fact, I mean, they come all the way up to border the Mexican Socialist Republic in the German industrial estate. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to get crazy right here. But if we can just take Bolivia and continue to build up our forces and gain some awesome technological things of awesomeness. Look, we've gained territory. The Paraguayans have just given us territory that they have taken from Bolivia here. That's really generous of you. Thanks for that, people of Paraguay. You know, you could just sort of work your way up here, and then Gildardo can come storming in without, obviously, hopefully, like having lost a very large number of his men to jungle fever as he marched through the jungle. It's another reason why we desperately need more manpower. It's all getting a bit crazy here, and soon all of Bolivia will fall to the glorious army of the Mexican Revolutionary Forces and their allies, the Paraguayan blue but still kind of green dawnish friends of ours. And maybe we'll even manage to convince Brazil to join us in the Green Dawn, but that of course we'll all have to wait until next time. So until then, thanks a lot for watching everyone. I have been Weird Wizard, and I will see you later.